On that fateful morning of January 24th, 2006, a young woman named Jennifer Kesse, with her bright spirit and promising future, embarked on her daily commute to work. Little did anyone know this would be the last time they would see her. Jennifer, a vibrant 24-year-old, was the epitome of a successful young adult. She held a steady position as a finance manager, a testament to her intelligence and dedication. Her life was a tapestry of love, family, and stability. Her relationship was a source of joy, and her bond with her family was unwavering. But as the morning unfolded, a sinister shadow fell over Jennifer's routine. Her predictable path to work, a journey she had taken countless times, took an inexplicable turn. The last confirmed sighting of her was at a gas station near her apartment complex. After that, she vanished, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a community shrouded in fear and uncertainty. The disappearance of Jennifer Kesse was a shockwave that reverberated through the quiet suburban neighborhood. Her disappearance was a stark reminder that even in the most ordinary of lives, the extraordinary can happen. The picture-perfect life she had cultivated was shattered, leaving behind a void that would never be filled. The morning sun, usually a harbinger of hope, cast a somber light on the day Jennifer Kesse vanished. Her boyfriend, a man who knew her routine as intimately as his own, awaited her customary morning call, a call that never came. As the hours ticked by, a growing sense of unease settled over him. He tried reaching her, but his calls were met with the cold emptiness of a voicemail. A similar sense of worry echoed in the office of her workplace. Jennifer was a pillar of reliability, a dedicated employee who prided herself on her punctuality. Her absence was a glaring anomaly, a stark deviation from her unwavering work ethic. Concerned colleagues attempted to reach her, only to be met with the same frustrating silence. As the day wore on, the initial concern morphed into a full-blown alarm. Jennifer's colleagues, realizing the gravity of the situation, reached out to her family. The news sent shockwaves through their lives, shattering the illusion of safety and security that had once defined their world. The news of their daughter's disappearance sent a wave of panic through Jennifer's parents. They swiftly packed their belongings and rushed from their home in Tampa to Orlando, their hearts heavy with dread. As they arrived at her condo, a sense of eerie calm hung in the air. Everything seemed undisturbed, a stark contrast to the turmoil raging within them. However, a closer inspection revealed a disturbing detail. Jennifer's car was missing. The absence of her vehicle, a familiar sight in the parking lot, sent a chill down their spines. A wet towel, still damp from use, lay discarded on the bathroom floor. Her clothes, neatly laid out for the day, hinted at a morning routine that was abruptly interrupted. The picture of a young woman ready to embrace the day was painfully clear, yet the reality was far more sinister. As the realization dawned upon them, their worst fears began to take shape. The disappearance of their beloved daughter was no ordinary mishap. It was a chilling mystery, a puzzle with missing pieces, a puzzle that threatened to consume them. 2 agonizing days passed, and the mystery surrounding Jennifer's disappearance deepened. A glimmer of hope flickered as her car was discovered outside an apartment complex. However, the vehicle offered no clues, no fingerprints, no evidence that could lead them to the truth. The absence of any signs of forced entry and the presence of valuables inside the car ruled out robbery as a motive. Yet her purse and phone were missing, leaving investigators baffled. A specially trained search dog was brought in to aid the investigation. The canine's keen sense of smell led the detectives back to Jennifer's apartment complex, suggesting that the predator may have returned to the scene of the crime. Every detail, no matter how insignificant, was scrutinized under a microscope. The investigators meticulously combed through her apartment, her car, and the surrounding area, searching for any trace of evidence that could unlock the puzzle. A breakthrough, however fleeting, came in the form of grainy CCTV footage. The video captured a shadowy figure abandoning Jennifer's car, but the crucial details were obscured by a strategically placed gatepost. The figure's face remained hidden, a frustratingly elusive detail. Despite the limitations of the footage, investigators were able to estimate the individual's height, placing it between 5'3" and 5'5". However, the lack of clarity prevented them from determining the figure's gender. The discovery of the CCTV footage, rather than providing answers, only deepened the mystery. It raised more questions than it resolved. Who was this mysterious figure? What was their connection to Jennifer? And most importantly, where was Jennifer? The answers to these questions remained elusive, a haunting reminder of the unsolved puzzle that was Jennifer Kesse's disappearance. As the days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the investigators were left with no choice but to turn their attention to those closest to Jennifer. Her boyfriend, brother, and ex-love interest became subjects of intense scrutiny. Each was interrogated, their alibis meticulously examined. Despite the initial suspicion, all were eventually cleared of any involvement in her disappearance. The investigation also took a strange turn when rumors surfaced about local construction workers who had harassed Jennifer with catcalls. While this behavior was undoubtedly inappropriate, it seemed unlikely to be connected to her disappearance. Nevertheless, the detectives followed every lead, no matter how tenuous. Each potential lead, each glimmer of hope, was met with a surge of optimism. However, as the investigation progressed, it became increasingly clear that the case was hitting dead ends. The promising leads, once thought to be the key to unlocking the mystery, ultimately led to disappointment. The search for Jennifer Kesse remained a frustrating and elusive quest. As the years wore on, the Kesse family refused to let their daughter's case fade into obscurity. Undeterred by the lack of progress, they embarked on a relentless pursuit of the truth. Through legal action, they managed to obtain case records from the Orlando Police Department, hoping to uncover any overlooked clues.
Hope is such a powerful four-letter word. And nobody can take your hope away. We're not stupid, and if Jen was murdered, how come we haven't found her body yet? Where is she?
More than one person knows what's happened here. We know that.
know.
And we just have to touch the one heart. It's 13 years plus later. Just give Jennifer the chance, not us, not her brother.
One such discovery was the presence of DNA evidence within Jennifer's car. However, the amount of genetic material was too minuscule to be analyzed with the technology available at the time. This tantalizing clue, while promising, remained frustratingly out of reach. Furthermore, a careful examination of photographs of Jennifer's car revealed potential signs of a struggle. These subtle indications fueled theories of human trafficking, a horrifying possibility that added another layer of complexity to the already perplexing case. Many believe that Jennifer Kesse may have fallen victim to human trafficking. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance, including the lack of a clear motive and the potential signs of a struggle in her car, have led to this theory. Her family has been vocal in their criticism of the initial police investigation, citing numerous shortcomings and missed opportunities.
We have said for many years that ultimately it is our responsibility to find our daughter if officials cannot, of somehow seeing something differently that wasn't seen. It's just one more opportunity, but we get to see truly what everything has been about on a legal level.
In a significant development, in November 2022, the case was transferred to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. This transfer brought renewed hope for the Kesse family and reignited the investigation. With fresh eyes and advanced investigative techniques, the FDLE hopes to uncover new leads and bring justice to Jennifer. Despite the passage of time, the Kesse family remains unwavering in their pursuit of answers. Their relentless dedication to finding their daughter has kept the case alive, inspiring hope and urging the public to come forward with any information that may help solve this enduring mystery. Here are the facts of this case. Jennifer graduated from the University of Florida in 2003 with a degree in finance. She had just purchased a new condo prior to her disappearance. Jennifer had just returned from vacationing in the Virgin Islands. She was last seen leaving work at 6 p.m. on Monday, January 26, 2006. Prior to her disappearance, she called her parents to let them know how the trip went. Jennifer spoke with her boyfriend at 10 p.m. that Monday via phone. This is their last confirmed contact. She missed work the following day, so coworkers phoned the parent, due to Jennifer missing a very important meeting. Jennifer's parents drove from Tampa to Jennifer's condo in Orlando. The manager of the building entered her condo and everything seemed fine. A few hours later, Jennifer's parents, along with her brother, arrived at the condo. There was enough evidence of her being at the condo that morning. Jennifer's parents called the police and were told there was not enough evidence of a crime. Since the police didn't seem too interested, the Kesse family decided to take matters into their own hands. Police have a theory as to what happened to Jennifer Kesse. They believe she was abducted as she was going to work. Thursday, January 26th, police receive a phone call. They located Jennifer's car. Her car was found a mile away from her apartment building at another apartment building. Several hidden cameras existed where the car was parked. CCTV shows a suspicious person walking by Jennifer's car. CCTV view is too pixelated to make out any specific details of the individual. The scent dog, upon the search, went back to Jennifer's condo. The police theorized the person of interest was in Jennifer's house at some point. Again, there were no signs of struggle in her condo. Nothing was found by the forensic team when they searched the car, just half a fingerprint, which was no help. Detectives believe the car was completely wiped down. Missing items included a phone, iPod, keys, purse, and a briefcase. An older work colleague tried to pursue a romantic relationship with Jennifer but was rejected. However, he was not a suspect. older colleague was also not at the office, showed up around noon, the same day as Jennifer's disappearance. He said he was late due to getting a ticket, which was never substantiated. Jennifer did confide in the colleague that she was being harassed by catcalls from construction workers. No other evidence or any clues have been put forward by the detectives. As we close this episode, our thoughts and condolences are with the victims' families for all our stories. Losing a loved one is never easy, but losing them in such a violent way is a wound that never fully heals. As always, we thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe to Crime Cat Podcast for more bone-chilling, wicked, and twisted episodes.